What's going on, YouTube? This is SG1 Sports, and you're watching our SEC football channel. Our 2019 college football schedule previews continue with the Arkansas Razorbacks. You can see their schedule on your screen. Rough year for them last year, just 2-10. It was not the way they wanted to kick off the Chad Morris era. Had some really bad losses in there too to some non-conference schools, but it was year one, and I think year two is going to be much better. I think Arkansas might be the team that improves their win total the most from last season. I think they're going to win a lot more than 2 games. I don't think they're a playoff team. Don't take it the wrong way, but I do think they'll be much better. Ben Hicks, the transfer quarterback from SMU, comes and reunites with his old head coach. They have most of their weapons back on offense, lost a few guys on defense, but overall, this team brings back a good bit of talent. I don't think they're ready to compete with the Alabamas, the LSUs, the Georgias in the SEC, but I think they'll have a chance to win some games in the SEC this year. Let's look at the schedule. They open up with Portland State, then it's a road game against Ole Miss, Colorado State, San Jose State, Texas A&M, and Arlington. Kentucky on the road, Auburn at Alabama, Mississippi State at home, Western Kentucky at home, at LSU, and then they close it out with Missouri. And the schedule I looked at shows that game on the 30th, which is the Saturday after Thanksgiving instead of the Friday. I'm not sure if maybe that was an error. I might have to do a little more digging on that. They've been playing on the Friday after Thanksgiving. Anyways, looking at the schedule, okay, last year, yes, they lost to Colorado State. They had some bad losses. But I think this year this team will be better. I think they'll be well equipped to handle teams like that. And you talk about a weak non-conference schedule. Portland State, San Jose State, Colorado State, and Western Kentucky. Now, they don't play any Power 5 teams and really don't play any great group of 5 teams either. I think the easy wins are Portland State and San Jose State. I think they get wins in those games, even if they're about the same as last year. The Portland State's an FCS team. San Jose State's one of the worst group of 5 teams, or at least they have been in recent years. So let's give them wins there. And then you look ahead to those other games, Colorado State and Western Kentucky. If they play the way they played last year, obviously those are not guaranteed wins. But I, again, think Arkansas is going to be better, and I think they're going to be good enough to win those games. So I'm going to give them 4 wins right away. And if they can take care of business in those non-conference games, that will go a long way. That means they'll only need to win 2 conference games to get to a bowl game. And ultimately, I think that's the goal for 2019, get to a bowl game. That's the next step for this program. And looking through this schedule, Ole Miss is potentially a winnable game. Kentucky is potentially a winnable game. The problem is both of those games are on the road, so that does hurt. Texas A&M, most people would say no chance, but they played them tough last year. It's a neutral site game. Maybe they'll have a shot there. Auburn's at home. Maybe they pull off an upset there. Or even against Mississippi State, a team they've played pretty close in the past when they were a much weaker team. So that could be a potential win. Missouri has developed into a little bit of a rivalry there at the end of the season. They get them at home. We've seen some finishes in those games that you wouldn't expect. So there are winnable games. There are potential wins on this schedule, and I think they'll find some. I don't know which games it will be, but I think they will probably get to that 6-win mark. I think best case scenario, they could even get to 8 wins. I really don't see them beating Alabama or LSU on the road, but they could maybe win some more of these games. Maybe they beat Ole Miss, Kentucky, Mississippi State, and Missouri. I think that's doable. I don't expect them to win 8 games. I'm not saying they're going to win 8 games. That's not a prediction. But if everything goes perfectly for this team and they're able to win some close games, yeah, maybe they could get to 8-4. But on the flip side, I do think it's possible if they miss out on a bowl game. I think they're guaranteed going to get 1 conference win. They'll beat someone, whether it's Ole Miss or Kentucky or Mississippi State. Whoever that team is, they're going to get a win. I just think they'll take that next step and get 1 conference win. The problem is going to be getting that 2nd win and getting to 6 wins. I kind of think they're going to do it. Again, I haven't made any official predictions at this time, but you would think that they're going to be able to do that. Again, with this schedule, when you get spotted 4 wins and just have to get 2 conference wins, and your team's expected to play a lot better. I liked them against Ole Miss really in that 2nd game of the season. Ole Miss lost a lot from last season. The problem, again, is that it's on the road, and that does help Ole Miss out. So that's going to be a huge game. I think the winner of that game will have a great shot to get to a bowl game. The loser might miss out. So that'll be a huge game, week 2 of the season. You can mark that one down. But again, the schedule, not too bad for Arkansas. Conference schedule isn't great, but I mean, you're avoiding Georgia and Florida in the East. And the non-conference schedule is really, really weak. So I think there is an opportunity there for Arkansas to make a big jump and get to a bowl game in 2019. Thank you for watching this video. If you're an SEC football fan, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us your thoughts down in the comments below. And for the latest in SEC football, keep it right here.